What's up, Zoe? Wanted to get you a quick little video of Mr. Mykyta. Oh, good man. Come on. Good boy. So I'm actually just in front of my house here. We're doing a little bit of healing. Gonna go on a little bit of a walk. And what we're doing today is I've actually dropped the leash. So he's got it draped over his back there, but I'm not holding on to anything right now with him. He is just doing this on his own. Granted, using a little bit of e-collar guidance if he needs it, but I haven't really needed it quite yet. Good. Come here, buddy. Mykyta, down. Good. Theo, down. Down. Down, buddy. Good. Ryder. Good. Klutz. Good girl. So, these are my two dogs, and I've got them out as a distraction as well. We got a couple people walking by across the street. That's why I have them all in a down right here, so that they stay under control and these people walk by. And this is really, really good stuff for him. Really, really good practice. Doing everything off leash. We got distractions. We got a couple other dogs. We've got people walking by, and we're having him practice all these, real life scenarios off leash so that he can do them on his own. He doesn't need a whole lot of guidance from us, but also to kind of generalize and have him understand that obedience happens in any situation. It doesn't matter if I'm holding the leash, it doesn't matter if I accidentally drop the leash, it doesn't matter if there's other dogs around, if there's other people around. He's got to maintain that control and listen to what we need him to do under any circumstance. Okay, buddy. Okay, good dogs. Okay, there we go. Mykyta, heel. Come on, Theo. Okay, good boy. So these are just two of my dogs, and they're a little silly. They're a little excited, and they're just playing over there. That's what they're doing. They roughhouse, so they're all excited because it stopped raining finally, and they're out and able to play finally. So that's what we're doing right now, getting everybody out and getting some good exercise and some good practice in. But they prove to be a really good distraction because they're loud and obnoxious, and you can see he's holding really close. I haven't even had to correct him. He's staying right next to me, and this is really good practice for him. He wanted to sniff that leaf. That was all he wanted to be distracted by, not these two hooligans being stupid. Good boy, Mykyta. So good. Yes, his tail's going. He's a super good dog. He's having a lot of fun. But this is that mindset that he has to be in. Like, dogs, when he's out and working with you, if he sees a dog and he gets distracted, that puts you in danger. He can't do his job if he can't focus on you, and you know this. So we're just kind of proofing that and starting to take him to the next level with that. Good boy. And he really does want to engage and want to work with you. So this gives him a lot of pleasure. Sit. Good boy. Yes, it's so good. I'm so happy. He wants to please and he wants to work, and I think that's a breed personality, and him for sure. Every dog's an individual, but yes, he's very sweet and he's very good and very happy to work. Even though there's a bunch of distractions, he's holding this sit like a rock star. He's still a little distracted by the Mykyta heel. Good, but he's very easy to get back. Of course, he's still kind of a silly puppy. And I let him have free time with dogs occasionally, but the majority of the time, this is how he's interacting with dogs. I never let him have free time with dogs that I don't fully trust. Mykyta, down. Good. These dogs, that's Ryder. She's an old lady. That's Theo. He's a little bit dog selective, but he is really good around Mykyta. He actually really likes him. It's kind of funny. You like him, huh, buddy? He's a good boy. So, oh, good boy. But, yeah, so just different stuff that we're proofing this around with him. Just because other dogs are running around being silly, it doesn't mean that he gets to get up and be silly as well. If I ask you to work, you've got to work. If I ask you to down, you have to hold that down, even if I walk away and leave you to stay in a down with other dogs around. Theo! Theo! Good boy. And they run away, and calling a dog to me like that and having him hold that down is really tough. Impulse control is a big deal, and like we've kind of said in the last couple videos with him at the mall and stuff like that, that impulse. Oh, I didn't get you the video of us at City Creek. My bad. I'll get that to you. Sorry. But the one of him going through the doors, that excitement, that anticipation, that anxiety of going through a door, and we call it anxiety. Not in a sense of it's necessarily bad. It's just it's there. It's a little bit of stress because something new is happening, and he really wants to go and make sure it happens and get through that door and get to the next thing that we're gonna do. And that's something that we can work on, going in and out of doorways like I've practiced and showed you, but also just staying in it down, because I've asked you to stay in it down. And I know he's kind of a lazy guy just in general, but when I ask him to hold it down and reinforce that no matter what, it becomes work, and it becomes a good way to practice distractions and ignoring any sort of distractions like this weirdo. He's a weirdo, and you can see he's showing some stress signals. He's wanting to yawn a little bit. He's hey, don't lick yourself. You don't need to do that. But the kind of sniffing the ground and the licking of his lips and the yawning and the panting is a little bit of a stress signal, which means that he's practicing and he's working, and it's a good thing to have him go through this stress, because it means he's learning coping mechanisms for when you have to go out into the real world and there's going to be stressful things and new things that he hasn't had to deal with. When I have him deal with stuff like this and practice in these controlled situations, every time he's out in a new situation in the real world with you, it gets a little bit easier because he has a bunch of practice of doing this work in these kind of controlled scenarios, if that makes sense. So the more situations you can throw at him, the more things that we can do to get him to practice and learn how to deal with situations, the better off he's going to be, and the better off he's going to be able to handle the real world situations that you're going to be in with him. So anyway, hope you're not missing him too much. He's a good boy. He's such a good dog. The tail just always goes. Definitely a big puppy still. But he's got a lot of maturing to do for sure, but this is a really good start for him, and super happy with how he's coming so far.